Hello. Hello, how is everybody? Welcome to the live stream of Aleph Zero. My name is Zachary. Welcome to AltCoin Edge. And how is everybody? I'm just looking for the comments. Is anybody commented there? Are there a few people there? I hope there. Maybe there's a bit of a lag at the moment. Hi, Peter. How are you? $5 incoming, you think, coin peer? Yeah, 30 minutes. Let's get the champs. Yes, let us go, my good crypto. Let us go. I'm super looking forward to this listing. I'm really curious about how dark technologies are going to be like web or blockchain 2.0, 3.0. That's going to be super interesting in my book. I love Aleph Zero. I think the community is excellent. I think they've done it the right way in regards to under promising and over delivering. And yeah, I'm really, really excited to see what happens on MEXC today, the first exchange to list Aleph Zero. What do you guys think? You think $5 incoming? Anybody else got any opinions there? Do we think we're going to get over $5? $5 is a 50x, like, isn't it? So that's a huge, huge run. But I think it was only like a 300 million total supply, 180 million tokens will be circulating, with 30 odd million tokens being minted per year. And this will be split up between validators and delegators as well as the ecosystem fund. So that's pretty good. Sorry, I'm just getting my bits together here. Sorry, just trying to complete. Gotta go. What? 8 cent, 80 cent? Maybe. I think Can you hear me now? I'm just trying to figure this out, guys. My bad. Just trying to get the sound right. What are we looking at here? Can we get sound? Can we hear me now? Okay. So can you hear me now? Can we hear yay or nay? Yes, you can hear now. Okay, the sound is back. Fantastic. I just took off my earphones, so we're just gonna have to roll with that. Good to you guys. Yeah, so let's have a quick look at what is gonna perhaps happening on Aleph. So like this is what the guys, I'll just try and change this now. Can we see this a bit better? No, not really. Okay, maybe we'll go up here and have a look here. So like this is the summary of the tokenomics so far for Aleph. Pre-seed was at 4 cents. The seed was then at 5.7 cent. Early community at 7 cent. Pre-sale at 8 to 10 cent. The public is at 10 cent. So that's like, you know, really, really small when you come think about it. There's an initial circulating supply 300. Sorry, total supply is 300. Initial circulating supply 180 million, and then the inflation about 30 million per year. So yeah, that's pretty fascinating there. I'm not gonna lie. We're also doing a competition, guys, so don't forget to like this video, subscribe to AltCoin Edge, and comment Aleph below, and we will be dropping 50 Aleph tokens to a winner once it all goes. Hi Sonar, how are you? Welcome to AltCoin Edge. So what are we thinking? We're gonna saw a poll there early on, and the idea was under $1.50, $2, $3, or perhaps $5. What are we thinking? Do we think we're gonna go up that? Aleph, thanks guys, thanks Flame King Folk, thanks Jerry Sign. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Yeah, I think the OTC market was between 80 cents and $1.30. So I think I think that's a reasonable place to start. MEXC is a small exchange based out of Singapore, as far as I'm aware. So that will be quite interesting. And hopefully, as Aleph grows, as we know it can do, its testnet had 80,000 transactions per second, which is just incredible. And they have a great mantra of over-delivering and under-promising, over-promise, under-deliver. I've got one or the other. You get the ideas anyway. So let's have a quick look at what else the Aleph is all about, right? So this is built for enterprise adoption. The network can have billions of users with high volume transaction, which has been plaguing all of the layer ones like Ethereum so far. Solana with its outages has issues. Like world trading uses based on scalability. 100,000 transactions per second as it reached 80,000 transactions per second. The testnet model to have interactivity in multi-chain world. There's an Oracle as well. We know peer-reviewed fees, decentralization, smart contracts just being launched as well, and file storage. So, there's just so much going on. We actually had the pleasure of having guys on. Connections bugging out. Sorry, Jerry, I can't help it. I'm actually not even home at the moment. I'm actually abroad at the moment. I'm not back in the lovely Emerald Isle. I apologize for the connection bugging out. Guess you didn't upgrade. I'm not actually in Ireland, unfortunately. Yeah, gang in the comments missed out. A few of the gang in the Telegram missed out the Jordan. Yeah, my connection. There's nothing I can do. I'm really sorry, guys. This is the best I have at the moment. It's just Wi-Fi is pretty poor. I'm not even in Ireland at the moment. I'm actually abroad and the in-laws. So yeah. So what are we thinking? What do we think Aleph will get to this round? I reckon. I 130. To be honest with you, I think it will be the OTC markets have. So I think I'm like that. Now, hopefully the backup. Anyway, Aleph Zero. So we're having connectivity, which is a disaster. Still no Aleph. Well, thanks very much, guys, for hanging in there with me. 24 of you. Don't forget to like the video, comment Aleph, and subscribe to AltCoin Edge to be even the chance of winning 50 Aleph tokens. I'm doing it like this. trying my best anyway. So what's else? Here we have what do you guys think? What do we think we are going to get up to on Aleph? Like still no sound according to Jerry. Can you hear me now? Is it any good? It's some of your streams are having connectivity by. We are trying to. It's not the best. So let's see if I can. We have a little bit. Oh my god. This is bye Sam. Everybody's still there. I'm having cues. This is good. So can anybody hear me, or is it still? Can you hear me still now? Are we here? Can we hear me? Is everything good? I've tried to change Wi-Fi and so on and so forth, but let's try my best here because technical issues are a bit of an issue at this point in time. No connecting phone. Yeah, so I've gone on to my friend's phone, so hopefully that will work properly. Here, guys, apologies. Oh, we should have a. Okay, Okay, so let's have a look at the token. As I said, what else have we got? Peer-based review, consensus protocol. See DAGs, directed acidic graphs. I see a lot of people. I think DAGs will definitely hold a bigger part of the space as we go forward, because I think there's going to be like a lot of just speed essentially. Like if you can do 80,000 transactions per second, you can do a hell of a lot more than if you're with a clunky blockchain like Ethereum, or like Solana's had a lot of outages recently. So that's, I think, is very important to have that. So I think DAGs, we're going to hear a lot more about them. Directed acidic graphs. I did a video like briefly explaining DAGs for this company called Discrete, who are focusing on very much like, it's like a privacy coin in a sense with Monero. So he did a video that, don't forget to check that out. And Ian also did a video with with the guys. He did an AMA with Anton from Aleph, and that was okay. This is better. Thanks very much, guys. Sound is good now. Thank you, Jerry. She's your girlfriend. Yes, she is. She's the better half indeed. Like, how much can Aleph? How much can Aleph go? Well, I think long term, I really look like the valuation of this project. I think what's it valued here? From my understanding here, it's market cap of public sales 30 million, right? Like, let's just put that in relative things to like Zolciak something like a billion, like FTV. So that's like nuts. I think do you think Aleph could get to 300 perhaps? Definitely. Do you think it could get to 3 billion? Well, I think it would get to 3 billion, probably get to 30, so there you've got some crazy multiples there. We are in at the start. And if guys you like getting in at the start of things, come down to our Telegram. I'll put links down below, where we've got a great community of people where we chat about like early stage opportunities in crypto. We've got into some things early like Parastate, Unique, Cyberkongs, the NFT, Sneaky Vampire Syndicate. We got in there as well quite early, and many, many, many others. Yeah, come down, say hello, don't be shy. Yeah, so we have. I'm gonna try and share my screen now, I think, and see if we have. What else can we see? We have. Wait a sec. Share my screen now. Oh no, that's the wrong button altogether. Aleph, better now, better now. Yeah, and guys, yeah, the Telegram group is one of the best. Thanks very much, Sevan. You're a key contributor. Like the teacher and the taught together make the teaching, one of my favorite quotes. And yeah, we all look out for each other. I think it's a good size. I think once you get a lot bigger, like in the space, you'll see a lot of these influencers and just like essentially like shit on their community. And you can if you can follow Zach XBT on Twitter, he is great for getting to the bottom of like all the dirty dealings behind the scenes. So we're just a really good space, and we're small, but we're fast growing, and we want to be transparent. That's it. We just want to be as transparent as possible. So come on, head down, say hello, and then you can get in super early to some projects. And like I guarantee you, we will give you opportunities. Not only us, because we've only got like myself, Ian, and Robin, but the whole community, and we just share and talk, debate, and yeah, it's a fantastic space. So I recommend you all coming down. Yeah, so what am I going to do here? I'm going to maybe share some screen. Let's have a look at the Brave tab maybe. So where are we now? So we have, this is what I found fascinating, right? So this was Aleph Zero by Black Dragon, right? So it's a peer-reviewed DAG, blockchain 3.0, okay? As we all know, proof of stake using large rotating random committee, very important, the rotation of it, like private smart contracts, feeless transactions, up to 100,000 transactions per second. That's 1-2 second block time. It's amazing, like decentralized cloud file storage, common wallet, trust us, and look at these stats here: 4 cent, 5 cent, 10 cent. That's like very, very, very like good evaluation, because usually these can be huge differences before you get to sales. It can be sometimes like 22, 50x from the pre-seed. So we got 50% TG and then 70% TG for the pre-seed and the seed, and then the public obviously today. AZERO, Aleph Zero coin will be the base currency that powers the system. And yeah, you get the idea there, guys. Yeah, the roadmap, they've just been amazing at like knocking the roadmap apart, in my opinion. So yeah, like absolutely 10 out of 10 there, in my humble opinion. How do you feel after knowing? Sorry, this is Moretto. How are you, Maruto? Hopefully, I'm saying name. How do you feel after knowing Aleph Zero listing on Menix? Did you hoping list on Binance in the deepest of your heart? Look, yeah, of course, Binance would be better. But sometimes it's all about building momentum, and you start with one MEXC, and then it will slowly go up and up and up. So I think building momentum is also like super, super important. So yeah, Binance would have been great, but we can't have it all. Let's see if I can change my view a little bit. No, that's not really working out too well, is it? So I'm just messing with the view here, guys. See if you can. No, I don't think that's any good, so I'll just leave it like this. So yeah, we have the summary here. It's comprehensive blockchain comprising of multiple elements, making it one of the most ambitious projects in the crypto space, which is amazing. It's a DAG, it's an Oracle, cloud decentralized storage, scalable private smart contracts, which are going to be very, very important, I reckon, in the future. Decentralized exchange, dark pools coupled with a universal trustless wallet. All on top of that, the Aleph Zero ecosystem will be synchronized with other blockchain protocols, aka with Substrate, the build there. The tokenomics, 13.6 million raised, absolutely very little there. Based in Zurich, which is Crypto Valley, you'll see a lot of Zug. I don't know if I'm even pronouncing that right, but a lot of members now are a lot of cryptos basing themselves out with Switzerland and Singapore. I think are going to be the movers in the space. And yeah, you get the idea here from Aleph. So I'm going to just stop sharing this, and you can look at my beautiful face again in all its glory. How do you feel? The sellers' orders currently are nothing to go by. It's just people playing around, creating sales, and most likely attract them. Perhaps. We will see. And what price do you think it's going to get up to, ladies and gents? We have 38 of you here. Hello. Let's try and get 38 likes. Come on, don't be shy. And yeah, subscribe to our AltCoin Edge YouTube. Like this video and comment Aleph, and we will be giving 50 Aleph tokens, 50 Aleph tokens to a lucky winner. Yeah, so MEXC, what other exchanges do you think Aleph will be listed on next? Do you think it'll be like more like, I think, would you say MEXC is like a tier 3 exchange or tier 2? Maybe KuCoin would be a bit bigger. And then obviously the big ones are like Kraken, Binance, Coinbase. I think that's probably a little bit down the line. But hopefully, if the momentum keeps on growing, thank you very much, Jerry Sign, AltCoin Edge, criminally underrated channel and team. Yeah, thank you very much for the kind words. We try our best, we're giving it our all. Try to be as transparent as possible. Try and bring the alpha to you guys. KuCoin just a bit bigger. I think it is. I think KuCoin would be slightly bigger exchange than MEXC. I don't really know. Aleph, welcome, Flame King. Thank you. Yeah, good luck to you. Yeah, I know MEXC are based out of Singapore. I spent a bit of time in Singapore over the years, so I just think it's incredible place, really interesting. What like Lee Kuan Yew did there and how incredible they are in that part of the world. So I've got a lot of respect for anything coming out of Singapore. A real innovative hub, in my opinion, and they really go with the tide. They don't try and go against it. The listing is in 8 minutes. Thank you from Tokyo. Oh, well, Lala, welcome. Thank you from, I'm not in Dublin at the moment, but like, thank you from Ireland. Yeah, so going to be interesting watching how this listing goes. It will indeed. It'll be really, really interesting. I am, yeah, I'm really curious. In terms of name recognition, KuCoin is definitely on par with Binance nowadays. MEX probably just a bit higher than AscendX, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know about AscendX, but MEXC has been around for quite some time. Because there's also the other ones like Bybit and yeah, like I remember KuCoin when it was like, you had all the weird ones, 3-4 years ago, 2015, 16, 2017 maybe. I've been around crypto for quite a while now. At this stage, I was at Dublin's first ever Bitcoin meetup in 2012, something like this. So long time ago. Pretty I don't have as many as my Bitcoins as I like. Anyway, great channel, more structure would be great though. Maybe a Discord. Yeah, we're looking into that. We're looking into got a few things planned. There's a few things, lots of things happening in the background in the works. Like, so look, our community always comes first, and we will give you like as best opportunities as we can, and we will like have some really interesting things this year. And we're only at the start of middle of January now, or end of January. What are we? 27th January, so end of January. So we'll be coming up with some absolute like really interesting things in the next 4 to 6 weeks. So definitely get involved. Well, best luck. Okay, so I can't find a trading pair on MEXC yet, but I will just have a little look and see. As I said, I'm on holidays at the moment, so I haven't been back home to Ireland. Best luck. How many people are here? Oh, 37. Hello. MEX Alpha trading at 52 cents. Do you have it there, Sarnav Duta? I'm going to have a little look now, and I'll get it up on the screen as well. Don't you worry. Do we have MEXC Aleph Zero? Here we go. I am just going to share that on the screen now, ladies and gents. Don't you worry. And okay, we're almost live. Brave tab. Here we go. I think this is that's not the one I want, is it? Here we go. We have it here, so we're going to share this now on the screen. So we are 5 minutes and counting, ladies and germs. Are we looking forward to it? Because I know I am. What do we think? My guess is going to get higher around 5 to 7 and pulls back, and not financial advice. 5 to 7 would be big, man. Be big. Like the market's shaky at the moment as well. You got to think about it like that. I don't like this range in between like 30 and 40. Like, I much prefer it when it was around about 42. However, like, you know, yeah, I don't know. I'm wary. Then you read all the things. Whenever other people are wary, you've got to be aggressive. But like, you know, it's difficult. It's difficult. It's just getting yourself into value propositions as early as possible. Like we did the unique one there recently, a project that, like, full disclosure, we have done paid content for, but we really did like, and we think they're absolutely incredible. Like they're actually one of their higher ups. Sharu is based out of Singapore as well. And then we've also done we do Power State early for our community, and like many others. So like, you know, it's getting in early. That's the key. It's already started trading. Well, why am I on 4 minutes then, Sarnav? Because that's the countdown I have. Yeah. So like, and Aleph, like, you know, with this multi-party computation and you know, things like that, could it be starting to take a hit out of Monero? Monero's been very quiet recently. But that is, you know, the standard for privacy coins. Yes, we love the under promise over deliver type of mantra that seems to come out with Aleph, and there's some super fans there as well that really are behind the community. Chat is mistaking Aleph with AZERO and MEXC. Ah, I get you. Good stuff. Good spot there, Nabil. Hopefully you're keeping well. What are you babbling about? What's the fuss? The usual listing. There is to discuss so much. I'm just having a chat, man. That's the type of person I am, a chatty boy. Already trading at $3. I don't think it is. It will be interesting to see what the PA is going to do in this bear market. Are we in a bear market yet? Perhaps. But yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm quite looking forward to now. 2 minutes and 50 odd seconds till we're there. Hey, Zach. Hello. How are you? I don't know. That's Ian, is it? Or Robin? I'm not quite sure. But welcome nonetheless. 43 of you here. I hope to see 43 likes and 43 comments. And comment, Aleph, if you want to be in with a chance. Well, it's a 1 in 43 chance if everybody does it now, of winning 50 Aleph tokens for just coming by saying hello. And we also have a Telegram group where we try and get in early. Oh, it's Ian. Hello, Ian. Hello, welcome. We had a bit of connectivity issues here in where I am. So yeah, 2 minutes and we are on. Fantastic. I wonder what it's going to go up to. I have a sneaky feel it's going to smash the market. Buy for this one. Watch me lose 50%. Hopefully not. Hopefully not, Jerry. Hopefully we can all make a little bit of money off Aleph. Ian arrives to steal the spotlight. Of course, sure. We've got to give it over to him. Yeah, so we are now at about 2 minutes till we're on. I predict a big candle anyway. So we're about 1 minute 50 seconds. And yeah, I think we could have a big green candle. I reckon 180 million tokens will be in circulation now. This is terrible. Well, is it? Like, you know, you don't like, a lot of projects have like massive unlocks later and like pushes down the price. Once this is all out in the open, then, you know, there's lots of room for price discovery. So I don't think I agree with you there exactly, Kit. You know, yeah, Ian was an acupuncture, getting the needle stuck into him for his sins. Yeah, guys, so what do you think in the chat? What price do you think we are going to be going to? This lad needs to send me an invite to the stream. Oh yeah, sorry, I need to. How do I do that actually? I probably need to settings. No. Well, we're gonna be. How do I send an invite? Got this private chat. New. Blah, 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 blah. I'm quite unsure if actually how to do this. I did it a minute ago. I didn't just come in, Ian. Crypto price prediction sent me here praising your work. Didn't realize you lads are Irish like myself. Well, welcome to him, man. 2009. Yeah, crypto price predictions. This channel's taken off. Fair play to him. Yeah, seems like a nice ad source. Where am I going here? Background music, local video. Sorry, I'm trying to add Ian to the group. Stop sharing. We're 23 seconds away. Settings, participants. I think just come on in, Ian, isn't it? Do I need to give you a link? Whereabouts in Ireland are you from? To man 2009. Gwit. Where am I getting here with this? Okay, we're at 4 seconds, 3 seconds. What are we hitting? What are we thinking, ladies and gents? What are we thinking? And we're off. Trading is open. Aleph Zero is open on MEXC. $9 from Flame King. Oh, big green candle. Oh, 90 cent already. Wow. 70. Oh, it's only on the 1 minute, so we'll see. $2. I think we might hit $2. So it's a big green candle there. $1, $2. So we're at 83 cents so far. Yay, nice start anyway. That's a nice 8x for those out the bag, like 10. Those bought at 10 cents. We don't buy on listing day as a rule of thumb because it's just very difficult to put it like that. Yeah. What are we thinking here? So where are we now? 75 cent. First minute in. Nice 7x so far. So still very much price discovery here, but a good start off by Aleph. But no surprises there, really, is it? Like it's been doing so well recently, with all of the things that it has promised and also delivered. Like, so that's like super important. Like, I'm trying to, sorry, what are we here? 77 cent. Oh, so we're about 7x now, which is around about what over the counter trading was. About 80 cent, 130 was over the counter trading on the groups on Telegram. So we're within a range at this point in time. We wonder will a bit more liquidity come in now in the next little bit. Like, so we are on our. Oh shit! I'm going to change that to the 1 minute candle here so we can have a better idea. Well, it's our first minute anyway, so please bear with me. So now a little bit up to 70, up to a high of 96 cents straight at the bat. So yeah, Aleph, yay, says Flame King. So Aleph, yeah, good luck to for winning the competition. We're about 75 cent. Do you think we'll hopefully be able to hold around here? That would be pretty nice. Yeah, I'm just trying to really stream into web, so I'm just trying to come on in and say hello. I don't know how to add you in. I'm not quite sure. I think it's just sign in and walk into the stream, and then I can add you here on the side. And we got about 76 cents so far. A bit of a, we'll see now, from 10 cent up to 76. Now, not much happening here on the second candle. It's a 75 cent. A little bit of red, but it's just 7x. We're in a shaky market, like, so. Pretty interesting there. What do you think is the next exchange that will have Aleph on? Like, I bought 8,075 cent. Okay, so you got $6,000 worth. Yeah, let's go, Wesley Tang, let's go. I think Aleph is. I think it's a solid project. Get your money into solid projects, and you will reap the rewards of crypto. That's what I think, and be very wary of many of the influencers in the space. Do your own research, always. And follow Zach XBT on Twitter because he's very good. And come down to our Telegram and say hello there because we are also very good. Then it's going down a little bit of sell pressure here, that's for sure. 59, 56. Oh, there's a bit of sell pressure. But this market is pretty tough, like, so bear that in mind. I'm going to bring it in here. Oh, it's just an empty chair at this point in time. So maybe I'll just pop and make him disappear there until he arrives. Here he is anyway. So yeah, Bitmain, bye 75 cents down. It's going down. Yeah, we're at 50 cents now. It's difficult. It's making its way down quite a bit there. However, it's still a 5x, like, so it's not too bad at all. Yeah, Bitmain, great advice from that side, lol. Yeah, lol. Hi, Kyle Hills. Aleph, yeah, good luck. Mareto Kakra Wardana. Yeah, good luck in the competition, guys, to win 50 Aleph tokens, which we'll be giving away. Subscribe to AltCoin Edge YouTube channel. You can also you have to like this video and then also comment Aleph, and we'll be picking a winner, probably like, within a day or so. Aleph now, so we've had an initial run up. Now we have found a little bit of reached a high at 96 cents. I don't think many people have been selling at 96 cents. And now we have a little bit of a pullback in the last couple of minutes to about 50 cents. It's still very, very, very early doors. This is only the 1 minute, and like a little bit of liquidity could change that massively. And people could just be taking profits, a lot of people got in at like 10 cents, and a little bit less. So yeah, there's no surprises there. Look, if you look here, you can see what the tokenomics was of Aleph. Oh, there's Ian there. It'll be coming on now in a second, I think. Yeah, so if you look here, like this is what most people bought it for. So I'll just pop this up: pre-seed 4 cent, seed 5 cent, early community 7 cent, pre-sale 8 to 10 cent, and public 10 cent. So we're still doing quite well there in comparison. Like we're at 55 cents, so about 10x from most. We'll have a little look here. So now there's been a bit of a pullback, and now hopefully we can get a few nice little green candles on the way up, which will be lovely. Aleph, where's the market? Where's the market cap? Any info? Well, the market cap was 180 million, as far as I'm aware, at the time of Sorry, 180 million was circulating, and the market cap was at public sale was 30 million. So there you go. Yeah, this is what Aleph is all about. As you can see, I've gone through this before, but we'll just go back to the charts because I think that's what everybody is most curious about. 44 people here. Hello, every one of you. I hope to have at least 44 likes on the video, and yeah, come down to our Telegram where we deliver the alpha dropping early stage information on many projects. We've been part of NFTs like Cyberkongs and Sneaky Vampire Syndicate. We've also been a part of pre-sales like Uniques and also Power Stakes, just a couple. And yeah, you can see Aleph is making nice little few little green candles there, up to 60, which is very nice. I think, is Ian ready to join? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? I'm just mumbling around. Thanks for breakout. No worries, Paul. You're very welcome. Hope you are enjoying yourself wherever you are in the world. I am, yeah, so 64 cent now. We've got a bit of green candles, a bit of support after the initial run up and a slight pullback. How are you, Ian, after your nice relaxed acupuncture? Ian cannot hear me, maybe. Can you all hear me? Or am I don't know. So yeah, getting a bit more of a run up back up to 70 cent. This is good, looking a lot better now. So we had a high of 96 cent. Do we think we'll get past that high of 96 cent? No, I think hello, Moto. I don't know what's happening there. You all right, Brent? You there? Hello. So yeah, yeah. So the initial pull up to 96, and then a little bit of a pullback down to a low about 50 cent, and now we're making our way back up. So yeah, not too bad at all. Not too bad at all. Do we think it will break $1? Do we think Aleph Zero will go past the dollar mark? I think, God, there's a bit of sell pressure there. Do you think people are unlocking their tokens, selling to the MEX now? Do you think that's what could possibly be the cause?
What's up, Black?
Hey, Ian, how are you?
Yeah, Jesus. No, I was trying to find, let me know if there's feedback or anything. I'm trying to find like plug-in headphones, but all I can find around the house is like 5 sets of wireless ones, so I can't connect them to this mic.
I see. Yeah, I had problems with sound earlier on the internet. The joys.
Yeah.
Anyway,
we're getting the hang of the live streams, though. I saw someone asking for the market cap, any info. So what was it? Around 180 million tokens circulating.
180 million tokens. 30 million at market cap
of 10 cent market cap. So so basically it's 180 million times whatever price it is now, let's say 55 cent. So 90, let's say, yeah, 100 million market cap.
So quite small in comparison to,
and that's circulating market cap. Fully diluted, we're looking at 150, 160 kind of market cap.
Like it's like unlike many other things, it's proven, like it's got like proven 80,000 transactions per second in the testnet, which is just incredible.
And also the thing they were really proud of as well was like the low latency, not just the number of transactions, but actually, I know it has the capability to go to 100,000 transactions per second, but with super low latency as well. And yeah, I mean, already they sort of inherited their smart contract infrastructure from Substrate, which is obviously they have their own ELF BFT consensus mechanism. They're not going to use they're not going to like become a parachain or anything like that. But the like when we did the AMA with them a month ago, they were saying, oh, we're a 5 out of 10. We've decided on the logic for smart contracts. And now a month later, they've got the sort of the test net, I guess, for the smart contracts up and running. I saw that on Twitter the other day. They've already got common DEX and wallet under production. They got the kind of liminal bridge that with added privacy and security measures, serving as a portal to other blockchains. So they'll support transactions between things like Ethereum, Near, Kusama, Cosmos, BSC. I mean, yeah, just like there's a ton going on there. So it's interesting
Absolutely.
that the price is actually lower than OTC when it
It
lists.
is, isn't it?
Yeah, I think
I thought that would be like the bare minimum.
Yeah, so did I. I think when you look at OTC normally, not normally, but quite a lot of what occurs in OTC is that you're not just buying tokens, you're buying accounts. And when you're buying someone else's account, I guess there's a much larger associated risk with this. Like the Aleph Zero tokens were circulating, they just weren't listed. So you could get the actual token sent to you, right? You weren't buying like a fraudulent CoinList account or Huobi account or some whitelist that someone had grinded for. So maybe the same premium wasn't there on the LF tokens that there would have been on, let's say, a bag of Biconomy that's locked on CoinList, because you're literally buying someone's account in that case, right?
Yeah, I think that's a very interesting point to make there, because it was just sent over I think with Polkadot.js, you could add it to your wallet there, and that's how it worked, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
So it just shows the integration with the Polkadot system also is quite interesting as well. So that, I think, as far as I'm aware, it's just quite easy to move smart contracts across from like A to B.
Huh.
So that's pretty interesting. If you think like what the layer 2s are doing, like look at Polygon, like they just had I think it was the head of gaming from YouTube move over to become their head of gaming recently.
Jeez.
And like Polygon still chokes up with transactions and like stuff like that. So like if Aleph can does what it is, keep on doing what it's doing, I think the sky is really the limit.
Under promise, over deliver.
Yeah, that's it. Can Pickle said someone on Reddit mentioned Casper's dev team have transitioned to Aleph Zero. Do you guys know anything about that? That's actually the first I've heard of it myself personally. I know Casper this thing.
Could be a lot of unhappy people in our Telegram group, I'd say, if that's the case.
Yeah, absolutely. I know Casper have done something with like a Chinese city, but I think it's just like a fork of Casper, so I don't put too much weight into it. But I'm not too sure about that easy. Yeah, price is holding nicely. Maghreb crypto at about 60 cents. It has stabilized after its initial run up to 96 cents as the all-time high, and now it's pulled back and it's building a little bit of a little bit of support. Again, it's just a 1 minute candle, so it's just we have to wait for time before we can really make any real judgments on it.
I think we're all probably the one thing you'd say, being honest, is listing on MEXC is somewhat underwhelming. I think a lot of people in the Aleph community, even so many of us aren't particularly tech savvy, but we make our best, do our best to make the effort to learn more about it. And I think the Aleph community does that as well. There's so many different aspects here that when you dig into it and read about it and learn about it and learn that these guys have spent, 4 years, 4 or 5, PhDs in various different fields, a team of 20, and then they sell the token at a valuation that's comparable to, some blockchain game a guy pulled out of his ass in the last 12 weeks. Copied and pasted a white paper about play to earn, use some other gaming engine, or I don't know, maybe the game was already in existence. They're launching it, 15, 20 million FDVs quite frequently, some, even up higher than LF. So as a value proposition in terms of buying, a rock solid project at a reasonable valuation, I actually think, and the sale mechanism as well, this was definitely one of the most exciting, fair and, hopefully profitable ICOs or community sales of last year eventually. And I guess in a way it could be a good thing for people who missed out on that it hasn't, listed on a number of large exchanges at the same time, gone to a really, really high FDV, straight off the bat. Maybe there is still opportunities for those who are interested to get in at a reasonable valuation. Obviously, we're not the ones to ape in on listing, because more often than not things go down. But I think this, at 60 cent, I mean, is that unreasonable? Is that unreasonable for Aleph? A sort of, actually, funny enough, at 60 cent, you're not looking at an FDV that's too far off something like Casper, I believe. Or sorry, well, based on circulating market cap. So just to pull it up, I did a few little comparisons here. Sorry, 15x would be an equivalent circulating market cap to Casper, so $1.50. So you're looking at a third kind of Casper right about now, which seems like pretty reasonable. I mean, I know Casper's having some things built on it, but like, are they really that far ahead of where Alpha are at?
Yeah, I think Aleph are a bit further along down the line than Casper. And yeah, so we have PTE investing right now is suicide. Yeah, I'd be inclined to agree with that, Carl. I think it's extremely risky. Play to earn seems to be the buzzword of the moment, and it's just, yeah, be very, very skeptical of any product myself personally.
I think a lot of people tried to jump on the bandwagon. Like, we see it a lot on this channel. Like, people go, get onto us all the time about, like, you get into private sales for marketing their token. They don't ever want to pay you. God, no. Projects paying for content is a rare enough thing. But what you find is, like, a lot of these games that pass our door or go through our email inbox, like I wouldn't play them, and like I certainly wouldn't invest in them, because they look like some of the most half-baked things. I think much like the Launchpad situation in the market now at the moment as well, play to earn is becoming massively oversaturated. There's way too many games coming out. There's more play to earn games than there are play to earn players, and there's more launch pods than there are play to earn games to launch nearly. Not I'm obviously exaggerating there a little bit, but like that's kind of the way it feels like it's going at the minute.
Yeah, the space is completely saturated with play to earn and launch pads, and it's just a matter of time before all those come on. No question there.
Yeah.
Good morning, good afternoon, Baron.
Good afternoon, Baron.
Front run P2E and dump on the influencers. Maybe. I don't think the juice is worth the squeeze, to be honest with you.
I think that's interesting. Mashif, that's a bullish prediction. 1 billion market cap for LF, as long as BTC is back over 50 this year. So 1 billion FDV would be like rounding about between $5 and $6 based on supply, which I think I mean, don't get me wrong, it'd be great, but if BTC is back over 50k, I think also, it could almost be a strategic decision from them to launch on a smaller exchange first and bring the bigger ones later, because you don't want a graph that, let's say they managed to get like a Huobi or a Binance off the bat, right? Which is obviously going to be really hard for them. I'm not saying like they turn down Binance or anything like that, but if you get that initial hype there, that like, if this listed on Binance, it'd be above $2 right now, no bother. You know what I mean? And then you'd see more pressure from the early investors to actually sell off and take some profits there. Whereas like what you're seeing now, well, like certainly from me, like, you're not going to see me opening my LF wallet to sell the tokens or send them over to MEXC.
No, definitely not. It could even be an opportunity to pick some more up. Like, what else do we have here? Why the hell are Aleph Zero listing on PancakeSwap when they have a proper blockchain already? Isn't that a bit weird?
I'm pretty sure I got that message and it's fake. It's a scam.
Yeah, so be super wary of that, Mr. Euromius Hedge. I hope I pronounced your name correctly.
Yeah.
Kyle again. Hey, Sand is 15 billion, so we are not 1 billion for why not 1 billion for a real project? Yeah, absolutely. I think the team at like Aleph are pretty legit, like so.
100%. Like they're a stellar team. It's just a matter of like, this is one of those, like, when you invest in a layer one, especially early, you have to play the waiting game. You have to be patient with your tokens if you want to see the real gains. And if the blockchain's to become successful, it's a matter of actually adoption of the blockchain, things being built. Obviously, LF have a large institutional focus in the way they do things, with things like the privacy layer being particularly important to corporates. So as they can trade, even having things like dark pools on the liminal decks, to allow for kind of over-the-counter trading at an institutional level. Like, there's tons of reasons for them to get involved. I think, as we see the updates and as kind of business development progresses, like, the tech is certainly getting there. From everything I've read and looked at it over the last few months, like I said, a month ago, Antoni, when he was on the channel for AMA, said, "Oh, we're about a 5 out of 10 on smart contracts, maybe." Sorry, he had said that before, and I asked him about it, and he just said, "Oh, well, like, the logic's been decided on, but we haven't." Just like, "Oh, don't expect them next week or anything." Well, a month later, there you go. There's the testnet for smart contracts on Aleph. So, like, just an example of just the guys just do seem to deliver again and again and again. And if you're invested in a project, especially a layer one, and something that you're looking at, like I am, for as a long-term play, that's like what you want to see.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of projects in the space put the cart before the horse, their BDR, their marketing, their hype and bullshit.
Shout out to
Whereas it
Cardano.
seems like, yeah, exactly. It seems like Aleph are really trying to get the tech in place first, and then I'm sure they'll do a big push with the BDR. And when people just see it and it works and it's fast and it's just gonna be like a no-brainer. Yeah, Aleph Zero is a long-term play. I think definitely Akame Murasame. Oh, that's a cool name. I definitely think it will be one that we'll be keeping in our back pockets for quite some time. Yeah, so we have a little bit of a trend up here, up to about 68 cent, a high of 96. Found a bit of support around about 50. Again, we're only on 1 minute candles, but it's slowly taking upwards, which is nice.
Yeah.
Do you think we'll get up to $1 in this trading spare? Yeah, probably could well do. Hasn't been like.
If you look, I was just going to say the two partnerships announced recently. One with this thing CLST official, that's to facilitate the institutional adoption of stablecoins, which will be issued on the Aleph Zero protocol. And then another one, shout out to sort of a competitor of your buddy, Vinny Ingram in what's
Civic.
Huh?
Well, Vinny Ingram used to be CEO of Civic. I don't think he's doing much there.
Okay, well, you would CEO of Civic. Well, it's a DID is the other thing that they partnered with recently. GateKnox. So aims to become the go-to decentralized identity wallet for exchanges, fintech companies, and banks. And users, on the other hand, will be able to profit from sharing their data built on Aleph Zero.
Fantastic. I think identity is a massive issue on the internet, and I think blockchain will help with that, hopefully. It's just ridiculous how we have to create a password and a login for every single website. And I just think it's absolutely bananas. And the quicker a blockchain company figures out this identity stuff without actually showing our identity but validating our identity, I think it will just be the better for all of us.
Well, that thing then with LS, multi-party computation, could be the perfect fit for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sharding off the data to different nodes, and no one node knows all of your data.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You did a great example in the AMA and with it was hold the door. So was that was it? Wasn't
Yeah.
it? So the first two, let's say there's three people, one and two, well, you explain it. You're better than me.
So on a very simple level, MPC is this. Let's say I have a private key, and it's a 3-word private key, and the private key is hold the door, right? And there's 3 nodes or validators. I would send the first validator hold the second validator the door, and the third validator hold door. The first one and the third one could verify, yeah, hold is in there. The second one and the third one could verify door is in there, and whatever the first one and the second one could verify the is in there, and then they can all verify that these words exist and the order of them, and prove that this is correct, but none of them actually have access to my entire private key. And that kind of is a real use case in stuff in Aleph Zero. So with the institutional focus, the problem that you have is if you're running, let's say, a DEX or even any kind of exchange on chain, I guess it would be a DEX if it's on chain, right? So the problem is validators can actually front run the trade, so they get the information about the trade. Let's say this shit hot trader is going short on, let's say, Cardano at whatever time it is now, 15:24. He's shorting 500,000 tokens of Cardano, let's say. But in multi-party computation or in the Aleph model, what would happen was the time of the trade might go to one node and the price that he's shorting, or well, yeah, you can't really shorten a DEX, but let's say buying, and the price that he's buying at, the second node might get the price that he's buying at and the token that's being traded or whatever, and the third node would get I don't know, like two different pieces of information. I'm trying to think of like what's there in a trade. It'd be like time, price, say price data, and the token or at the time, and none of them all know the information to put the entire trade together. But all of them can verify all the information needed to say yes, this trade can go through, and that means nobody can actually front run the trade on them on LF, which obviously at an institutional level, you know, is an absolutely huge kind of USP for this blockchain. So there you go.
Yeah,
that's why MPC is useful to institutions on LF with a baby steps example. MPC is more complicated.
I think it's a pretty good example, Ian. It just gives you like a broad strokes understanding of what is happening, and I think that's all you really need to know, unless you want to delve a little bit deeper. Erroneous Hedge, is that on based off the artist? Is that the name based off the artist? Who did the Garden of Earthly Delights? Anyway, checked looks pretty cool in the SSI space. Anything in IBC/Tenement has a good future. I'm not quite. Do you know anything about checked, Ian? I'm not quite 100% sure myself.
I don't know.
No, I don't know much about that myself.
But I'm just going to add it to the list now of 50 projects to look through in the next couple of weeks. Checked looks pretty cool in the SSI place. Cool.
We've got Aleph going up in a nice little upward trend now, which is right, 70 cent.
Volume's been quite held up well, forming a little sort of rising triangle, ascending triangle, or a bull flag, whatever you want to call it. I mean, if the buyers weren't there in the first minute, I'm not sure if they're going to show up to push it to $2 or anything, in the next few. But at the same time, I think a somewhat underwhelming place to list in MEXC might well have its benefits when we look forward and don't see a chart that dumped at listing. Because we've seen with overhyped ICO projects before, like Casper. I think similar happened. Yeah, of course, similar happened with Mina, both in relation to IOUs being traded beforehand. That basically the chart ended up looking like a rug pull. Listing on MEXC might have been a good way to kind of encourage a chart that looked well from day one.
Yeah, and start them gently into the crazy world of crypto trading.
And listing in a bear market, not a bear market, but like a bearish time in the market.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought Aleph would have held off for a little bit longer to list, to be honest. What exchange do you think we're going to see next with Aleph? Do you think they'll get onto a Bitcoin next, or maybe one of the larger ones, or do you think they'll just be happy with MEXC for the time being?
I think after this one, you'd move up to maybe somewhere like your OKEXs or something like that. That would be a good one to see next, maybe before the big ones. Just being an idiot, Anon, LOL. Nice anonymous and anonymous. Kind of like the bear market. It's way more predictable with releases like this. I feel more money is locked up. Yeah. I think it's fine, isn't it? What's wrong with the making a 7x and liking the project enough that you're not even considering selling? Honestly, you could have done a 15 or a 20x and I wouldn't have sold a token either.
That says it all, really, doesn't it? We are really usually get in, get out, move on, get in, get out, move on, get in, get out, move on. Because if you do that 3 or 4 times, you can easily get your 30-40x, and not even moderately think about it, getting rid of the Aleph. So that says it all there, guys. So I think they'll have to get a few more changes going forward, but I'm sure that's in the works, and they know it more than anyone. Doesn't need to be all over the place all the time. It's draining. Yeah, look, of course, crypto can put years on your Sodak rate. Mem was started crypto trading, and then he's the grandfather or something like that. So yeah, very funny. We're looking for strongly making up to 70 odd cent. Now at this stage on the 1 minute chart, and look,
I just am surprised. I really am surprised it's below OTC. like I think OTC was 80 last I watched it, but like it wasn't exactly 2 minutes ago.
80 and 130, depending.
It was, well, it was 130 a couple of weeks ago, but then BTC tanked.
Yeah, everything with it.
Yeah, like so. Yeah, I mean, I would have thought it would be above 80 now. To be honest, I was expecting it to be above $1, but yeah, look, it is what it is. It's fine. Aleph's going to be just fine. They're going to keep building. They're going to keep progressing. The business development will happen. Like they're, having talked to the guys, like they're very, very, switched on and a stellar team of people. Like they will get things done with this project. As well, actually, interestingly, I saw with a tweet about attracting devs that they're going to like come up with a program to make it really easy for Solidity developers. I think as well as, was it Rust or like to get involved? I'll just pull up the tweet now.
Rust was the one, I think, where they were very they're very like, it was an important language for them to be using, but essentially like, so I think that's Substrate. I'm not 100% sure that. Do correct me if I'm wrong.
He's saying our dev team is working on something that will help Solidity developers better understand Aleph Zero, the Substrate IO stack, and Ink smart contracts. Release plan 2 to 3 weeks from now. So yeah, I mean, that battle that every project in blockchain is facing now is to get a hold of developers, because they're a scarce resource. Like there's too many blockchains for for the amount of developers that can actually build out the dApps and smart contract applications on them. So I mean, that really is the challenge for them, is to incentivize and get the devs excited about their technology, and really make them believe in it as a long-term prospect as well.
Absolutely. I think that's really the key. Attracting devs is super, super important, just to get like stuff built on top of your blockchain. Because you need that. Like, if you don't have that, you're dead in the water. Like you can ask, like, I don't know, Go, or there was a huge one a few years ago that just ended up going nowhere. Like, even just go through your coin market cap and just go look at what the top 100 coins were a year ago, 5 years ago, 8 years ago. Like, there's a lot of just dead that aren't there anymore. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, it's a very fast-paced industry with a lot of skeletons in the closet of like blockchains that have just failed. That's why I think like Ethereum overall is like such a winner. Like, I just don't see that going away anytime soon. Where would Aleph be like now in the top? Would it be in the top 200, top 250?
Aleph probably no, in current market cap.
Yeah.
So the current market cap at this price, if you take let's say 180 million times 0.7, 7,708 or 56, it'd be about 136 million market cap, which I think could put it around somewhere around like, I don't know, 300, I'm guessing. Let me just have a look.
So yeah, still super, super early considering what's been built on top of it. Like, absolutely phenomenal. Like,
so
like,
where are we?
And we're about 68 cent here. It's been a pretty quiet opening, to be honest with you, from Aleph. Slow and steady wins the race, as they say. It's a 6.5, almost a 7x from the token Genesis, from the last public sale, which was at 10 cent. So that's pretty good. And yeah, guys, if you can get your 7x, happy days. But as we said, we are going to be continuing holding Aleph, definitely for sure. Side round, do you think ETH flips Bitcoin with the downturn and the increase in NFT? No. In a nutshell, I don't think Ethereum's going to flip Bitcoin anytime soon.
Really, yeah? Do you think it'll keep taking a nibble out of it, though?
Yeah, probably, but I don't think, I don't see it. Like, I think Ethereum has to get to something like, I don't see it anyway.
Fair enough.
Any large token release is expected in the
No, Jitesh, they've 2/3 of the tokens are in circulation basically. Right now, they just 100. I think it's 180 million of 300 million total Aleph tokens are right now. In fact, it's more, right? Because the token generation event was before it actually listed, so the circulating supply will be even higher than that. Because a number of the kind of early investor tokens, like I know for a fact, from my early bird sale, some like my tokens vest block by block, and I can see just like more Aleph Zero becoming unlocked every day. So yeah, The circulating supply might be up towards 66% of the tokens, or maybe even higher. So it's a steady release from now on. There won't be a supply shock in particular to worry about.
No, because I think Mina has some supply shocks coming up on quite soon.
Do they? Yeah.
And Flow definitely. Flow
Credo as well. Credo has a very aggressive release schedule coming. It's going to be hard for that token to move up as well.
Yeah. So as far as I'm aware here, it's like 300 million total supply, 180 million circulating. So that's basically 2/3, just under.
But it's more because the token generation event was long before the listing. That's what I mean. The tokens are already vesting, so it's higher than 180 million by now, I think.
Right.
Well, yeah, look,
and then and they're adding 30 million tokens per year. Mint will be minted per year, which will be split among the validators, the delegators, and as well as the ecosystem fund. So, it's still not that much. I think, I know the Fed is printing money like it's going out tomorrow, like it's going out of fashion. But all in all, very, very reasonable, and all the information's there, very, very transparent.
So, if we take 180 million, right? And we put it at, let's just call it 70 cent, because I can't multiply by 0.679 by 180 million. But if we take 180 million multiplied by 0.7, that's 70 plus 56 is 126 million, right? 126 million will put it, at number 322 on the coin market cap, circulating supply valuation. So to be number 322, it will be just ahead of Aavegotchi, just ahead of Electronium, and just behind Crypto20, Beefy Finance, Origin Protocol, Cardia Chain. It's actually pretty close to Cardia Chain, to be honest. Oh, it's actually, which is interesting one. I know totally different ends of the spectrum, but it's behind PokeStarter by about 10 million at 70 cent. So there you go.
Hilarious. So
you've got one tech operation versus one marketing operation, and they're,
That's it, isn't it? That is it. Like one tech operation versus the marketing Moon Boys, and we all know the Moon Boys line their own pockets and shit on their followers. So yeah, these super careful guys.
PokeStarter has solid projects, to be fair.
True.
But what we have to say about this, if you look at most tokens launching, what they'll do is just have this tiny percentage of circulating supply circulating, and that really low liquidity means it doesn't take much to push the price up. And then as the tokens get unlocked, price inevitably becomes down. As ICO investors get unlocked, then strategic sales, private sales, seed sales, and even angel investor sales, if they have them as well, who've all bought the tokens progressively cheaper the earlier you go. With this, even the seed investors still paid I think it was 4.5 cents for their tokens, so they're only got kind of not even a 2.5x advantage on the public sale participants, which is fantastic.
Fair.
Yeah, really, really good. How long do you think it will be? How long do you think it will be a good profit? I think about 3 to 4 years. I mean, I hope so. So if I pull it up, right, if I was to look at this project, so if we compare it to other layer ones, I just pulled a few in terms of market cap, right? And you guys in the chat, let me know where you think it can go. We've got a 15x Casper. So if it's going to get to Casper, it's got to do 15x from the ICO price. So $1.50 would have this at Casper's market cap. To Oasis, it will be a 60x, so that will make it $6. And even to ICP, which is obviously taking an absolute hammering after the kind of the
crazy
early hype, that would be a 215x for this project. So that'll be $21.50. Would be the equivalent right now for it to get to ICP's level. So how long does it take to get to kind of that kind of level of adoption on the blockchain? Probably to get to ICP's level. I mean, not a lot was built there when it launched, but I think there was a lot ready to go. I think possibly within a year, within a year to 18 months, we should start seeing some dApps being built on this, and some the key is if it's really institutional focus, is the business development that it really needs to see, getting those large institutions on board. And that could be like a house of cards. If one falls, they all might. or a large number of them might. So yeah, I don't know.
And we have Jitesh. How much discount would you account on current price considering it's a bearish market sentiment? What could have been the fair price in a normal bullish market condition? I think it's very difficult to know what would be the fair price in bullish market condition.
I think it'd hit 2.
Yeah, do you think it would hit 2?
It would. Yeah. If Bitcoin was still over 50K, it'd hit $2. No bother. I think. Yeah.
Yeah, very difficult. It's very difficult to say. But like, look, it's still done like 6.5x in a really weak market. Like,
Yeah.
as we said, we think there's a lot here. There's a lot in the background. Like, if you think about like whatever Moonbeam is, still it's just a power chain like plugging into the ecosystem of Polkadot and by extension Ethereum. Like, and that went absolutely crazy. It did have all the marketing around it and behind it, but like, yeah, like. Amir, I only have $9, but I buy all of that, so it'll have to be a brighter future for Aleph Zero. Well, Amir, I hope it is a brighter future for everybody in Aleph Zero. So yeah, fingers crossed for you and all of us as well. And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe to AltCoin Edge. Like the video, comment Aleph, and you're in the chance to win 50. Yes, 50 Aleph tokens.
I actually, when we gave away the 50, I thought the price would be higher. But look, don't worry about it. They'll be worth a fortune someday.
Absolutely.
Those 50 Aleph Zero, just leave them sitting in your wallet for 3 or 4 years, and
just forget about them.
See what happens.
About them.
Yeah. Is there anything else you're looking at this week outside of Aleph?
Carl thinks Polka Starter is a strong project, but he wouldn't buy now. But a cool 3x.
What do you mean 3x? Polka Starter? Yeah. I mean, the thing about Polka Starter is at least the tokens have utility. Like, you know what I mean? You use them to get you into sales. So, even if the price does go down, at least if you get into, I know it's a lottery, so there's no guarantees. In the short term, you'll get into it, but like, it's at 150 now. Like, you can still make use of those tokens to get into stuff. Although it's had a pretty aggressive sell off, much like everything else the last while. But like Polka Starter is down 50% near enough. Since Christmas, kind of. It was near $3 just then, and now it's at 150.
Yeah, pretty heavy sell off. Like, this is why you can only just put in money what you can afford to lose in crypto, because it is a very fickle game, and you can lose your bollocks very, very fast.
Yeah, it's definitely the time to keep your cards close to your chest or your money. Look after your bankroll like it's your baby right at the moment. It's not the time to be aping into things.
And when it does turn, take profits. Do not be afraid to take profits and put money into, like, maybe not USDT, but like, cash. Everyone's like, oh, it's going to go to 100, but like, yeah, just take profits on the way up, because it'll definitely go down.
Well, I remember a lot of Sol investors who were hanging on for 400 this year.
Who?
Solana investors were hanging on for 400 this year. Same Cardano investors thought it was going to like hit $10 this year, at which point it was going to flip Ethereum, I think, maybe at $10 the Cardano. It was close. Like, there was just some, Jesus, like just some pretty delusional thoughts in the market from, like, as well, like, we like Alpha, we're big fans of it, we like the guys in it, it's a really cool project, but like, you can't fall in love with any token. Like, if big things start to happen and, it's going up, let's say it goes mad, $2, $5, $10, I'm not talking next week or next month. But like, I'll definitely be taking some profits along the way. And actually, to be honest, at these prices, I'm definitely going to be keeping a close eye on the chart, seeing if selling pressure does come in. I think someone mentioned earlier below 50 cent, they were looking to get some. Jitesh, how would you compare this listing to the recent big listing of Acala, which is seating at 118 million market cap as per CMC? So Jitesh, I did a video on this that was looking at the fully diluted value of Clover Finance versus Sakura, its Kusama parachain counterpart. And I found out it was just over 5x was the value of the Polkadot project in comparison to the Kusama one. So I kind of extrapolated that and I used it for Moonbeam, Acala, and Astar. I came up with what that gave me was 3 prices. Moonbeam, the prediction, or what that model gave, was a price of $7.50. For Acala, the price it gave was $1.75, and for Astar, it was 10 cents. and I might be mixing up Astar and Akala. Sorry, if they're one was 10 cent, one was $1.75. So they were all pretty much bang on. Akala against Glimmer. Akala, I just cannot stop mixing up Akala and Astar. Like Glimmer, obviously.
Basically,
Huh?
no, like Ian, you've done a whole video on this, and like go through some of our videos, guys. Like we predicted like ICP would absolutely crash and tank.
Not really
and that
predict,
happened.
but like we just like at the prices like pre-ICO or whatever pre-listing, the $600 price point that it was around then was a 270 billion market cap, which was absolutely absurd. There was nothing built on it. But you know, like to be honest, lads, like the way it is you get more clicks, you get more views, you get more subscribers if you tell people something's going to go up. And honestly, a lot of people don't even seem to care, even when it's not true. But yeah, like you won't get that on this channel. So if you're interested in like just solid, do you know what I mean, research, you know, not advice or anything like that, just like solid research, good reasoning, good logic for why we think what we think, and also bring in the solid opportunities like the one to get into this Aleph sale at 10 cent. You know, at decent volume. If you're an early bird, you can buy up to $900 of it, which is, you know, if you wanted to get that in the Launchpad ecosystem, a $900 allocation, you'd be looking at holding, you know, in the non-lottery ones, like 50K probably plus worth of tokens, if you can even get an allocation that large. The same goes for, you know, Glimmer. That was another one we brought to the community. Like I'm trying to think, Unique and Parastate were two sales we got involved in recently. Obviously, we've seen a lot of underwhelming listings at the moment, but you know what? Particularly in regard to Unique, same as Aleph Zero, it's not a token I'd be scared to hold in a bear market. Do you know, like it's what they're not going anywhere. Like they're not going to shut up shop and stop work, just because, you know, the market's down or something like that. But I do see a lot of projects that certainly came across our doorstep over the last few months that aren't going to last, and that we, you know, actively just refuse to invest in because I don't believe they'd survive a bear market.
Yeah, think about it like this: like you've got to hold. Think when you're buying tokens. Think about would you like to hold this token potentially through a whole bear market? Like, and if you can honestly say yes, well then like that gives you a good indication to think of what you feel and the utility behind the token. And like, you know, as Ian said, Unique, this one, Aleph, I definitely I'd have no problem holding for longer term.
And
for fun,
like Warren Buffett said it, Zach. If you wouldn't hold it for 10 years, why would you hold it for 10 minutes?
Yeah, absolutely.
But in blockchain, I mean, you know, you can still, like in a good market, you can profit so easily off like the initial hype and low market cap. And that's a big point here, like with LF. Like if they had started with like 5% circulating or something like that, like we would have seen that massive initial pump, you know, up to way higher prices. Like we're looking at, you know, 70% or so of these tokens being in circulation.
It's amazing.
If your average play to earn game or whatever did that on listing, it would shit itself. Like, so you know,
completely opposite to like what is almost like common practice in the industry. Like, so these are the things you also got to look at. Which
that's a major factor. Like that's a major factor on price action, and on top of that, they could have continued the development over the coming weeks and months to, you know, maybe sustain the higher prices, you know. But the way they do it now, obviously in a layer one, you have to have the more tokens you have in circulation, the better it is for the decentralization of the consensus mechanism, the LFBFT, which is, you know, like paramount to them. Obviously, the functioning of the blockchain is paramount, not the price action. So it's like a case of build it and they will come, do the right things, and results will follow. And yeah, let's hope they do, because it's a project I'm definitely, like, again, really, really excited about. If you are still here and you haven't clicked like or subscribed or commented out, we'd really appreciate it. Nice hanging out with you guys. And if you have any ICO, IDO, or early stage project chats, yeah, thanks for those questions, Jitesh. Compare Akala against Glimmer. The thing about Akala and Glimmer is they're totally different, right? Akala is like what is it, like the DeFi hub of Polkadot, right? That's what they pitch themselves on. And Glimmer is this like sort of Polkadot Ethereum interoperability that also has behind it the massive success of Mover on Kusama. You know, so what they do so well, Moonbeam, Moonriver, was the marketing. Like, it wasn't hypey marketing from them, but they absolutely mobilized the community to get really excited about that tech and get behind the project. You know, and also like looked after them in terms of the way they did the community sales, given access to 2.5K allocations of Glimmer tokens. And that's still at, you know, whatever, 28x in a pretty weak market, with the, you know, kind of 20 days to go until the take flight tokens unlock as well. Yeah.
I mean, no, 20 days, 8 days in crypto, or 20 odd days in crypto is can be an absolute lifetime.
Yeah.
So who knows what will be there.
Yeah, I mean, if Bitcoin was over 50K in 20 days, we'd all be pretty happy, right?
Absolutely.
With those unlocking.
For fun, I've been paper trading peeps like Alex Becker and Bitmain to watch pump and dump. It's really unfortunate. Yeah, they just basically dump on the community. That's the basic rule book. As far as I would be aware, I wouldn't trust any of them as far as I control them. Maybe Data Dash, but not Alex Becker, not the Moon Carl, not BitBoy Crypto. None of them. None of them.
Did you see your man did the spreadsheet of BitBoy of all the tokens he said were 100x?
Yeah, Zach XBT. Really, I'd follow him on Twitter. I really recommend him. I wish you. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. Yeah, but it's just like eventually the SEC or someone's going to come knocking on those doors. It has to be.
You would imagine
it's fraud. It's fraud. Eventually. There's only so many.
Careful.
Well.
Yeah.
Sorry. I hope you 34. Well,
the opinions are the opinions of Zach. Zach only. These are not the opinions of AltCoin Edge.
Yeah, exactly. And what we have basically here with Aleph Zero about 66 cents. So steady Eddie. It's kind of a bit of support at this little range here.
The chart kind of reflects the project, like just solidly, steadily going about its business. Such a quiet listing chart. It's unreal. Does anyone in the chat have any questions or anything they want to chat about? Just like bang them out. Help us keep chatting, because otherwise, you know, Zach and I might descend into madness, ranting at each other.
Like it's happened before.
Yeah, it's like, look, I'm honestly, like, with this one, I'm more excited about what's going to be built there and what's going to happen than I am about price action on day one. That's the honest to God's truth. I know we're doing the price action like live stream, but like it really is what's being built there and the progress in terms of the fundamentals and business development of the project that excites me, because they've already done so much. And starting to see those partnerships, you know, coming in now and getting announced. You know, this is getting exciting, and I think some of the things they have lined up are going to be pretty big.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but still, I'm not going to promise 100x on it.
I know. But no, fascinating things. Definitely one to watch the space. Really interesting community. They've been really transparent with them as well. Dropping into the Telegram chat quite a bit. I know Antoni does, and the other members of the higher echelons of the team. And yeah,
just to say, if you're not in our Telegram, pop over and chat for the ICO IDO chats. You're very, very welcome in there. If you're not subscribed to the channel, consider doing it. Like Zach was saying, it's harder to grow a channel by being honest with people, but that's what we try to do. And not slapping 100x on videos when you don't really believe it's going to happen. Or, you know, this token will make millionaires. Aleph Zero will make millionaires, but a lot of them probably, you know, have 100,000 tokens in the private sale or something like that. Well, having said that, I mean, if it goes to it'd have to it'd have to go to like $100 and something for me to be a millionaire off it.
Stranger things have happened.
Yeah,
stranger things have happened.
But if I'm worth like 990k and then it goes to, you know, $1.30, then it will make me a millionaire with my 9k tokens. Alexander Jones Phillips, Vun.fyl. I don't know, maybe that's spam, or maybe he just wants me to go to the website, but I don't know. I probably won't.
Just Telegram was asking me all. I just got into League of Legends inspired NFT. Not a huge fan, but I have a feeling. I don't know that League of Legends NFT, Kyle. But welcome.
League of Legends inspired NFT.
Oh, sorry. Well, I suppose if there was a League of Legends NFT, it would be absolutely crazy. I see Ubisoft are trying to integrate NFTs quite slowly into their ecosystems. I just think NFTs at the moment have got like this almost a branding issue. Like everybody thinks NFTs are art. or JPEGs, and I think they're going to be a bit weirder. And I think maybe art is the first iteration. And like I think in the future, tickets, plane tickets, concert tickets, are all going to be NFTs. So I think that's going to be pretty interesting. But I think art was just the first form of NFTs, and this will be a whole ecosystem on its own, like just the NFT space. It's kind of like when crypto turned into blockchain, like and that was like a rebrand that nobody saw coming, but like it kind of gave it validity.
It's struggling in the
crypto was-
mainstream media. Like people still call it crypto. Like people think,
Yeah.
like Ethereum is, do you know what I mean? Let's say, just a currency. If they're not in crypto, like they just think, oh, why they're all just different currencies. Like it's like, well, no, that's really not it at all.
Yeah, so like currency is the first iteration of something in a period. Like I don't think we're early now so much to cryptocurrencies, but I think there's like the layer 2s, layer 3s. It's really going to be a pretty interesting space going forward. Has been and will continue to be.
Yeah. Shall we wrap it up?
I think we'll wrap it up. Yeah,
we'll head on.
And everybody, thank you ever so much for coming down for the nice, quiet, relaxed listing of Aleph Zero.
Yeah, very chill.
Yeah, exactly. A nice 6x in this market is very good. And just keep an eye on it. I don't think we're going to be selling our Aleph, and might even be looking to acquire.
Not a 6x because nobody's selling. We're definitely not.
What is the most exciting ICO PR token that you guys are looking for?
Existing, the most existing. I think he probably does mean exciting.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry, existing.
I don't know what I think he meant exciting. Maybe. Why price very less? I don't know. Hello, admin. Why price down 5%? Any news? The price is 6.5x the ICO, which in this market is pretty decent, I guess. Most exciting ICO token sale that you guys are looking for at the moment.
Just come down to Telegram. There's lots of stuff there. Like we'll if we find anything interesting, Super Oracles maybe.
Super Oracles, if you're into tech, and I believe they are partners with Aleph Zero as well. That is one. Soon. Although I think the valuation is on the high side, but Vanket, I expected a higher price too. To be honest, I expected over $1. I expected between $1 and $1.50. But hey, it's not the end of the world. It's only day one. There's a long way to go for Aleph. All right, I'll chat to you in a bit, Zach. And lads, thanks for joining the stream. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. Check us out on Telegram if you want to have the chats about early stage opportunities like what's coming up with Super Oracles and a number of others. We will head on.
All right, take it easy, guys.
Cheers, lads.
Telegram.